Greeting Studios on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Clubhouse, Instagram. I see different people joining. Welcome, welcome. Do drop a comment. Let us know where you're joining from. We have a global audience, so I want to welcome you from all over the world. Listen, you don't want to miss today's session. So tell your friends to pull up. I see Ife. Okay, you dropped a comment. You said I need help from scratch. You're in the right. You're in the right space, Ife. You are in the right space, and this is the topic you need to pay attention. Hey, greetings, Super Rose. So we are seeing familiar faces. But if you're new to the space, welcome. Listen, we go deep, right? This is not just another content. Listen, this is transformational stuff, high impact transformational stuff. Okay. So if you want to come up and engage, feel free to do that. You know what to expect already. Pull up, pull up. Yes, Super Rose, pull up, pull up. Listen, the crew is joining. Gosh, you guys are already bringing smiles to my face. That's why I show up in these spaces. So thank you, thank you. If I feel free to come up, if you want to engage, you know what to expect. Okay, you want to come up. How are you today? I saw your comments. You're already excited, right? You're excited for today's topic.
Already.
Pen and paper.
Great ideas. And I have all these great ideas, concepts, and services. But if we're not getting the clients or customers in the door, it's a nice storefront with no traffic. You don't need that.
Exactly. So you're in the right space. Let's engage. Tell more people to join. Let's get right to it. So for those who may not be familiar with my work, okay, previously I served as a strategist at the headquarters of Walmart. That's Fortune 1, the largest company in the world, designing the most complex supply chain solutions. Listen, number one doesn't play. They don't play with money. They don't play with customers. They don't play with nobody. Okay, I'm bringing in some humor here. So when it comes to high impact eye transformation, right? Listen, if you follow me on any of these platforms, you know there's a lot of seriousness to the things I do. Even though I try to, bring in some fun and let's laugh, right? But at the end of the day, this is about your livelihood. You have to get serious. You have to get focused. You have to develop the skills. You hear me say learn fast instead of fail fast. Lack of knowledge is really the only issue. Okay? When you say knowledge, listen, when you break knowledge down, no ledge, right? What's a ledge? Knowledge bridges you from the realm of the known into the realm of the unknown. Anytime we want to do things in the realm of the unknown, we need to seek out new knowledge to help us get to the next level. And so that's what we do at toyinumesiri.academy. And I go deeper into your transformation, your customers' transformation, like technical stuff, EQ stuff, spiritual psychology. Listen, we turn ourselves inside out. You know why? You're actually carrying the wealth. The wealth is inside you. We just need to nurture greatness. Okay. So let's get right to it. Mr. Ife already pointed out something that I wanted to call out. The fact that if you don't have customers, you can build solutions and crickets, right? So one of the things we usually say, whether it's Walmart or Amazon, and even we studied Amazon when we were at Walmart, we used to talk about customer obsession. Have you heard that phrase before? Customer obsession. Go ahead, Ife.
No, I'm just saying it's new.
It's new. Okay. So one of the things I tell people is that the biggest companies in the world hire the most like PhD human behavioral scientists, we apply all kinds of sciences, psychology to make money. You cannot be out here dealing with people without knowledge. So when it comes to color theory, like all of the sciences, behavior, psychology, sales, everything is thrown right on the board, on the strategy board. Even for me, when I teach, I use design thinking, mind mapping, like all of the diagrams is that customer journey maps. These are the skills I teach my students. Okay, my professional students. I say, listen, don't be an amateur. It's time for us to level up. Okay. So when it comes to this concept of customer obsession, is this idea that the customer ought to be the heart of a business, not you. This is the biggest problems that entrepreneurs make. And I teach it in the 10-week accelerator. You've got to deal with your own mindset and realize that this business is not about you. The only reason a business is going to exist is because customers make a decision that they need it to exist. That whatever product and services, solutions this business is releasing into the marketplace, customers are the ones that give life to it. If they ignore you, if they choose not to invest in you, that business dies off. Like, you can build all the fancy things you want. If people do not need, desire, hunger, I always say passion sells, desire buys. Because these two sides of the equation, entrepreneurs, first time entrepreneurs, they mix it up, right? You've got to know your own job.
Say that again. Desire what?
Okay.
And that was a powerful quote.
Okay.
Right there.
Think about and thank you for engaging. I love this. So think about an equation, two sides of an equation. I have a first degree in mathematics, okay? One side of the equation is what you, the entrepreneur, can handle. That's what is in your control, okay? What you can influence, what you can bring to the table, what you bring to the table. Now, in order for a transaction to happen, your buyers have to bring their own desires to the table. You have to be, listen, no desire, no money. We only use money to acquire the things we desire. That's another tweetable or quotable. We only use money to acquire the things that we desire. So any customer, anybody you're going to convert, listen, for that transaction to happen, you can bring all your passion in. Oh, listen, you are passionately building your business. Fantastic. That's your own investment, right? Your energy investment into building your business. Listen, you have to be passionate to bring your time, energy, resources into creating any form of solution for people. Because that stuff is serious work. So the entrepreneurs every day, you're busy investing yourself, thinking, solving, right? Problem solver, solution provider, on and on and on. But trust me, that's just one side of the equation. That is just one side of this equation. For you to win, is that on the other side of the equation are people who have to long and hunger for all of these things you've created. And so they have to bring their desire to the table. No desire, no transaction. No desire, no transaction. Now, in a more advanced space, where we go red ocean, blue ocean, if you're selling things that there's already existing market, meaning there's already demand and supply. When we talk about demand and supply, pretty much I'm saying there needs to be a demand, okay, for what it is you're supplying. There are certain times that people like myself, we step into territories where people don't even know what they need. There's no demand. It's a new marketplace. We are literally engineering and starting this industry from scratch. It takes more work. And so I'm sharing that because someone listening to me today, you may be trying to sell something. Now there are different sides of it. You may be trying to sell something old to somebody new, or something new to somebody new, or something new to somebody old. Those phrases, they pack a lot of meaning. Like, listen, everything I say, you're going to go home and unpack it. Something new to somebody new, innovation to people who don't know what that innovation is. Listen, you work hard at marketing and educating them. Something new to somebody old. Yes, you've sold them something before, but now this new thing, you have to educate them. Lots and lots of, dimensions to sales. But that's not the purpose of. Let's just pack. I just gave you something to think about. Because if you're bringing an existing solution, for example, coaching, let's just say coaching. Coaching is not new. It's been around for years, right? But it could be new to a new demographic of people. They've never invested in coaching. They've never invested in themselves. They've never invested in classes. So they don't even know what they need. And here they are, they say, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, good luck with that. Nobody told you needed a coach. You needed strategy. You needed solutions, right? You want to be a doctor? I beg you that somebody ought to be telling you, go to school to be a doctor. You want to be a pilot? I beg you, somebody ought to be telling you, go and learn how to fly a plane. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, which is the biggest gap, the Entrepreneurs Academy, this is why I created the Entrepreneurs Academy. My husband is a university professor. I grew up in the academia. I'm a solution, right? I also worked in the corporate space. My late father was part of establishing 2 universities. When I became an entrepreneur, and I went on and I still build my own stuff. You see me in the international trade stuff. You see me doing all kinds of things. I get it. I realized, particularly as an immigrant, so let me give you some backstories. Okay? Listen, there's no safety net. There isn't any cushion. You fall flat, and everybody steps over. Okay, this is not funny. This is serious stuff. Serious
No, but
stuff.
you're Nigerian, right?
Sorry, if
You're
I go on.
straightforward. I said you're Nigerian, right?
Nigerian American, yes.
Me too. So it's like straightforward. I tell people
Straightforward.
I get right to the
Listen, let's
point.
shoot straight.
Exactly. Shoot straight.
Shoot
They
straight.
play. Oh. They play. Oh.
Me know they play. I know they play. Oh, no play with your money. Oh, no, let them play with your life. Oh my God, this is gonna be fun. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Listen, tell more people to come up. Okay, good. I see more people coming
Yeah,
in.
I'm trying to get more people. Like this room is not shareable, so I'm actually
Oh no,
taking.
I don't know
No, it's
why.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
No, it's fine. We'll figure that out later. But I've just been busy. I see when you pop up. We're connected on LinkedIn as well,
Yeah.
and it's like we can talk about stuff as entrepreneurs. We're experts. We're willing to jump out the window,
Mm.
but it's the comfortable conversations. Like, how do you guide somebody that might be lightly interested and turn them into a super fan? I have to figure that out in entertainment and music, and that's almost harder than doing it traditionally. So I appreciate people like you coming on to these platforms, and if people just listened, they'd get a few more sales.
It's
That part.
it's a science. So this is why, by the way, when I start teaching emotional intelligence, spiritual psychology, you right, all of this deeper dive, in addition to the core technical business skills, is that when it comes to selling, now you can build products and services. You can use your technical skills to build. But when it comes to engaging with human beings, listen, this stuff, okay, there's a science to it. The science of trust, the science of relationship, the science of, right, when it comes to communication, heart to heart, mind to mind. Because part of the journey, let me just drop a nugget here. Part of the core side of sales is the heart and the mind. You have to transfer your knowledge and your emotion. Because here's the key. Let me ask you this. Imagine if your customers know what you know and they feel what you feel. What would they be doing right now? Think about that. Let it sink in. Because the key is they don't know. They don't know what you know. Okay? And they don't feel what you feel. And that disconnect, okay, that disconnect is that you are passionately, you see the problem, you know the solution, you build the solution, you're passionately creating, right? Listen, I've invested years and years, my body of work into the Entrepreneurs Academy. But the truth is, if everybody in the world knows what I'm talking about, they ought to be in there right now, dropping all kinds of money. You know why? Because it's the fastest way to learn how to build, grow, and scale your business, right? Faster. It's the most advanced training program for visionary entrepreneurs and business owners in the world. I know that, right? But at the end of the day, my job, okay, is to make sure you understand that's exactly what you need to build your business. Part of the job is education. You don't want assumption. Part of the job is education, not assuming that the people who follow you, they understand what you're. No, they don't understand. No, they're not you. You've not been to the places I've been to. You've not handled the things I've handled, right? You don't have my skills. You don't have my knowledge. I get it. But compassion, empathy, part of the right type of sales is to serve the people we are here to serve. And part of service is educating people, enlightening them, illuminating them, right? Educating them and giving them the things they need for the life they want. This is also taking on the role. When you talk about doctors, why do doctors exist? Why do we go to the doctors? The first thing, let me tell, listen, we've not even gotten deep. Okay, I'm laying the foundation. Why do doctors exist? The first part of their job, okay, is that you go to them with symptoms. but they have a body of knowledge of what symptoms is the output of certain diseases. You may not know the disease. Listen, the technical names, all of those things, they went to school to study it for years. So patients go to them with symptoms. Oh, my head. Oh, this, right? But the doctor listens, and with their own knowledge, they diagnose. They don't prescribe until they've diagnosed, right? So part of the job of a doctor is to embody knowledge. They are a database of medical knowledge. They are the Google, if a human being that has stored incredible knowledge and science behind disease and connection to symptoms, on and on and on. And they're physically there watching you, touching you, and the emotional side of human to human connection, bringing trust, right? On and on. In a way, when you share your symptoms with them, the doctor asks you questions, right? What's this? What's going on? How long have you had this? When did the rash start? When is this? And you're answering. There comes a point in time, they gather enough information and they go, based on my experience and knowledge, this is what I think is wrong with you. And you go, doctor, thank you. Right? I'm being dramatic. So it's education, right? People may not think, I'm trying to shape your mindset. Yes, the doctor gets educated so that they can educate people. Now, when both people are now on the same page and there is now trust, you now trust the doctor can now start prescribing to, this tablet, twice a day, once a day, 3 times a day, on and on and on. But that relationship of trust must exist first before prescription comes through. Why did I just share this analogy? This is part of the problem of entrepreneurship. Everybody's saying, buy this, buy now, buy this, buy now, buy this, buy now, buy this, buy now. But they're not going through the entire sales process of building a relationship of trust, of educating people, of listening to your prospects' problems, building trust before you start prescribing. How do you know what I need if you haven't spoken to me? But there's another advanced stuff, which I will not share today, that has to do with selling to millions of people and engineering relationship at scale. But I first say, start it one by one. At least one person. Can you sell one person? Can you sell 2 people before you talk about 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, right? But you can bring that. What I do is I try to bring that big business knowledge and tell startups, start it with one person. Because automation and systems comes in when it's time to scale. But again, I'm just giving you, hey, Nicole, good to see you. Farex, MZ0. Listen, you guys are funny names. Sorry, I'm very direct. But my name is funny too. My name to me is, listen, Toyin Mesiri, right? People will say, okay, Toyin, your last name, what does it mean? I don't know. Am I saying it right? I don't know. I picked it up, borrowed it from my husband. So who am I to judge anybody? Say anything you know. The moment I just said, you Mesiri, okay, it's my name. Oh, let me give you a funny thing that happened over the weekend. One of my daughter's friend was having a birthday, and so when I went there, the boy just said, Mrs. Sumesiri. I'm like, hey, I give you hey for attempt. This young man braved it. I was like, hey for listen. I told the spirit, I was like, you didn't even say, this person's mom. You're like, Mrs. Sumesiri. I'm like, listen, you just warmed up my heart. Okay, let's get back to work. Okay, let's get back to work. I don't want to get sidetracked. So let's bring it home. I designed this framework, and for those watching on YouTube, you can see the 5-point framework that I designed. So what I try to do for my students is there are so many complex topics. My job is to make it simple, maybe make it understandable, make it useful, make it transformational, present it in such a way that you can immediately get tangible results. That's what I do for my students. You see, out there, people will send you ragged. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, it's that. People are now confused. My job, listen, is to synthesize complex knowledge and make it digestible. Now, if you don't know how to synthesize knowledge, you find yourself confused. There's a certain training that we have that allows us to digest. And I say the mind is a digestive system. You know how you eat food, you digest it. Not everything you eat is good for you. Your system still has to separate stuff that goes into your cell that is you used to grow and gets rid of some. Most people out there that consumes content, if you don't have these skills, you have knowledge indigestion. You haven't digested and extracted meaning out of everything you're consuming. I'm just warning people because there are certain skills, those of us like statisticians, economists, mathematicians, we are trained to see patterns and trend. And the patterns and trend is where direction is, guidance, coaching. Turn right, turn left, turn right, turn right. Listen, you can go everywhere you want to go on the world, in the world of social media. You can listen, content is abundant. What is scarce is clarity, direction, guidance, step by step. How to go from point A to point B. That's what you invest in. That's what you pay for. And anybody that doesn't want to pay, I say, listen, you still pay. It's more expensive. You know why? You pay with your own confusion and stress. I'm telling you. You don't want to go to a doctor to diagnose, then you go to WebMD and see how far WebMD will get you. Because at the end of the day, humans, we still connect and we can still guide each other. We can still support each other much more than AI, ChatGPT. Nothing wrong with that. If you know how to use these tools, you use them well. But when you don't know what you're looking for, where you're going, those things cannot help. This is why coaching and this type of resource helps. Okay, so let's dive deeper into it. So the 5 framework that I designed to keep it simple when it comes to customer, and you have to be laser focused. Can you see the arrow in the middle of this diagram? Don't deviate, guys. don't go, don't go off the rail. You might end up in a jungle. Precision is required. Precision. You aim straight. You see all this scattered, people just scatter, trying to figure out what is going to stick. I'm telling you, this is what sticks. That's why I teach toyinumesivi.academy. Focus on what works. This works. I designed it. Okay? And here is the gist of it. There's a whole lot of classes, courses, workbooks behind all of these things in my school. And I encourage you to enroll at the toyinumesivi.academy. So, eye level, let me dive into it. Number 1, you have to be laser focused on identifying who these people are. When I say these people, again, we are talking. I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to be dramatic. I am dramatic. Listen, and I want this to be memorable. Who are these people I am called to serve? Identify them. Who are they? This is a simple question, but boy, it could take you years to get it right. You know why? Let me tell you. Only experience is speaking, and I'm warning people now. If you like, don't listen. When wisdom speaks, is to rescue you and save you years and years of toil. You see, when you start up, have you heard people tell you to present and create your customer profile? I say that is 101 beginner stuff. Because not everybody you want to serve wants you to serve them. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Not every fish you want to catch wants you to catch them. You see, analogies will help you remember this. You can go to the stream with your own agenda. The fish also has their own agenda. Are you getting it? I'm using analogies so that you understand what I'm saying. When I use the word, you make sense, Ife?
It does. I just had to exit the room and come back in. I don't know if I missed a point or two. That's all. But I'm still here.
Yeah, okay, good. So when I use this analogy of fishing, let me break it down. The number one thing people are struggling, particularly today in the world of social media, where people tell you create more content, create more content, create more content, instead of telling you you need to develop sales skills. Right? People are not telling you the number one skill you need is sales. If you don't have that skill, you will have burnout, anxiety. You know why? If a fisherman, just imagine this. This is what most people are doing right now with content. The fisherman comes to the stream with a bucket of baits. You've used your money to create content, baits. Guys, follow me. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to understand this. Imagine if you just take that bucket of bait that you just use your money and you just dump it into the stream because they said create content, and you just create content and you drop it. Doom. The fishes come. Oh, listen, they're happy. Breakfast. Afternoon comes, you bring another bucket because they told you create more content. This time, 2 buckets because you said lunch, you want more fishing, right? And you take all your content and you drop it. Boom! And you see the fish. They're excited. Dinner comes, you give 3 buckets. You do this 247 for 365 days, and you sit back and say, listen, no fish has jumped into my boat. Why is that? It's because somebody didn't teach you how to fish. Is that how you fish? Guys? Is that how you fish? You come with your bait, you work hard, you create content, short form, long form, this form, that form. You dump, download this, download that. You're giving. Listen, giving doesn't translate to sales. You can go every day to the stream, keep dumping your bucket. You know what's going to happen? The fish will just get bigger. They'll be getting bigger. They'll be happy. In fact, they will now be waiting for you. I'm using this as an analogy to give some people a wake-up call. You can create content from January to December. Trust me. What we need to develop is sales skill. It is a skill. And this is what nobody tells you about. Everybody tells you to create content because many people benefit from the content you're creating. Everybody benefits. Listen, everybody benefits. The people who benefit will keep singing that you should do it more. But this framework is what guarantees that the entrepreneurs goes home saying they're happy. You give some, you take some. You nurture the ecosystem nurtures you. Any ecosystem that is not nurturing you is abusive. Any group of people you've been serving, pouring into, and they didn't wake up one day to invest in any of you need. This is why I said you can create customer profiles all you want, but there are some behaviors and mindset you need to filter out. So when I teach sales processes, okay, your qualification process, there is a process to qualifying prospects and filtering out mindset, belief systems, and people that they may look like they want to be served, but they're not ready to bring money to the table to invest in your solutions commercially, because commerce and transaction has to happen. We are living in an era where everybody's talking about content. Nobody's talking about transaction. I don't know how you're going to build your business if you don't have invoices, purchase order, and all of those things, payables. I don't know. But trust me, people who have been building businesses before internet, they can see this game and know many people are not winning. You know why? If you don't understand the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, business development, and you enter into this era and you start listening to the noise of the marketplace instead of staying focused on building your business. And I'm saying to you today, being laser focused on your customers, who your customers are, is extremely important, because many people are serving people who will never become their customers. There is some strategies there. The qualification process helps you to filter out followers versus customers. Customer is a specific definition. Your followers are not your customers. They are not. Your job is to convert them and make them so. And the only way you can convert them is to develop the skills of sales. Because nobody wants to spend their money if they can get it free. You don't pay, like, listen, you and I, there's the human, this is part of human psychology. Trust me, we love free. You love free, I love free. We do. But we invest in desire to remove pain, desire, right, to be pleasured at certain levels. But that's where we start getting into value system, right? How what is really value through your own eyes versus through the eye of the customer. Okay, let's see comments. Okay, good. Hi, Ekal. I see. Okay, I see more people joining on different platforms. Yeah. So identifying them is not just saying this is the profile. You can start there, but you cannot stop there because the profile is a general demographic of people. Going deeper dive into understanding beyond just who I want to serve, who also will pick me and say I am their coach. I can tell you I can coach this type of people that have these type of problems, that want this type of things. That's the broad stroke. But for a transaction to happen, they have to pick you as well. We only do business with people we know, like, and trust. So I see sometimes entrepreneurs struggle when they've not been picked. Okay? When they've not been selected. There's a strategy behind that. This is when I talk about branding. Is that if you don't brand in a way that is appealing, desirable to the people you want to serve, when it's time to sell to them, it's going to be difficult. Because we want to know who are you, because you want to cultivate relationship. But that's a deeper stuff. But let me keep focusing on today. Okay, there's a comment here. Awesome, the mystery of service. Yes. Now, if you're in the not-for-profit world, please, charity, serve everybody. Like, listen, but realize one of the things I try to help people when I'm coaching is in the world of charity, the people who fund you, your donors, that's where the money is. You have to cultivate a serious relationship and with your donors. Now, if you don't have donors, the difference between charity world and the world of business is that, listen, both of them have overheads, both of them have organization structure, they have bills to pay, they have expenses. The major difference is that the not-for-profit relies on their donors and partners to support and provide the funds that allows that engine to keep running so that they can deliver services and products to people who cannot afford those things that are being manufactured and created. Okay, so even a not-for-profit will still create value in the world, still needs capital injection, investment to deliver solutions to people. The difference is they believe that the people they are delivering it to cannot afford the cost plus more markup, revenue, profit, right? So not-for-profit is they are not in it for profit, but trust me, they still need injection of cash to deliver that good. Like nothing created come out of just thin air. Investment in producing and creating sustainability. The day the sponsors dry up, that structure closes out. Come to for profit. For profit is if you eat my cookie, you pay for it. There is no sponsor, there is no partner, there is nobody behind. Listen, you, the consumer, the client, you are responsible for every cookie you eat. That's where the transaction is bi-directional. So if somebody wants to come and be eating the cookie, eating right all and don't want to pay, you have a right. This is the qualification process. You have a right to say no, thank you. Next, right? Next. You can move on to the not-for-profit businesses that have all kinds of cookies and stuff to give you. No, don't worry. Just keep going. So I give you permission. The people who tell you, why are you pricing your product? Why are you doing this? I give you permission to send them down the street to YouTube University. I speak so directly because we're going to rescue some people that are burnt out. If you're an entrepreneur burnt out, you've done all the things people are telling you to do. I'm saying you need to develop skills. Don't just go in doing. Come home, train yourself, work on your mindset, develop your skills so that when you come back into the marketplace, you have your game on. You have the skills for winning. Okay. Ekal says, at what point can you transition from free to paid in business? What side of it? Okay, let me answer that question in an interesting way. You're not supposed to transition from free to paid. Part of the strategy when I teach business model engineering in my school is that the business model from the beginning already was designed that free is part of the strategy. It's not that you start out free and you are open down the line to convert free to this. No, 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 no. That's the mistake. Because free will always be free. Because if you lure people in with free and the day you decide to charge, they will run away because they didn't commit. The beginning is what is most important. Just imagine if Clubhouse starts telling you to pay for access. Most people will drop off. So at the beginning, when you are designing your business model, is when you understand how you're going to use free as incorporated into your business model. This is when you start saying freemium. Is that you already know the people coming to. So for me, I believe in more transparency. And when I'm like, my relationship with the marketplace is very transparent. I don't hide anything. Like, listen, this is what you see. What you see is what you get. I don't have time to waste. I don't cut corners. I don't go 10 steps. Then this. That's why people are wasting time. 6 months in, they're still collecting your money. Nothing, no transformation. I'm kind of high impact. If you spend 5, 10, 20 minutes with me, boom, 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 boom. You come into my school, I'm a straight shooter. Why? Because in the world of business, when we say time is money, only for those who understand how to convert time to money. Most people waste time and they waste money because they don't really know the power of money. Trust me, at the headquarters of Walmart, where I used to work, that's when you see this saying come alive. Every minute, every hour, when you see the money coming in, you will know there's no downtime to this money making. 247. There is no downtime. If this, look at Amazon, if this server goes down, another server has to come up. You see, no downtime, zero downtime. Because zero downtime, every minute they could be listening $1 million. Listen, $1 million. But for those who don't know how to make money in time, they throw it all away and they are telling me, oh, this, they throw a year away, going here and here and here and here. So let's get it right. When I speak as one with authority and tenacity and focus. When I'm working with the biggest companies in the world, I serve on $1 billion. Listen, we don't play. Why are you playing with your time, your energy, your resources on social media? Somebody's telling you turn right, then turn left. Something that they could, the shortest distance between where you are and where you're going is a straight line. But do you know what? People have put now a mountain of content. You now feel you have to dive into a year of content before you get to your destination. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But it's a year of your own time, a year of your life. Meanwhile, you could save that investing in a solution that goes you from point one to point B faster. So if you want to be consuming massive amount of content, stay online. If you want a straight path to business growth and success, come into my academy, toyinumesiwi.academy. We have the roadmap to business growth. We have tons of resources that, listen, every moment you invest time into the classes, courses, transformation. That's the promise of the space. So when you don't know how to design a business model that has free as a strategy, listen, Facebook, free is a strategy to bring people on their platform, okay, so that where they're going to make their money is not those who use their platforms, it's the advertisers. Okay, so free is a core strategy for Facebook. It's not an afterthought. It's part of the strategy. They invest incredible amounts of money to build up the platform, and they open it for you. Everybody come, millions of people come, millions of people come. Yes, be playing on our platforms, and then behind the scenes, they sell that, right, activity in terms of visibility, just like television, right? Advertisers power this world of media. But if you are a content content creator, they turned you into content creator. They gave you the name. You are creating content, they are not funding you. You've got to figure out all of those things you're dropping, how you will monetize it and convert it. That is the journey of an entrepreneur, particularly in this world, in this era now. I figured this out like years ago. That's why I have my own right spaces, because I teach, I coach, I host summit. These are high impact, high transformational resources. These are high value. These are digital assets. I consider a digital asset. Anything I consider to be free content, I would happily share with those who do not have money to invest. You see videos, right? Anybody that follows me any platform, you gain value from following me. But trust me, what I consider to be my assets, right? My digital assets, you can only unlock them when you invest and join my school. That's where transformation comes in, my classes, courses, programs, right? So my free ends are the gates. Listen, and then I invite and I work with students who want to go deeper, who want me to teach them how to build, grow, and scale their business faster, the strategies for success. That's it. So you have to figure out where you're going to, what free is to you. And part of this is so important energetically. You have to make sure your heart is pure around this thing. The reason I can speak clearly and put these things out is because I understand what I'm doing, and I want to make sure I educate people and set expectation. I don't want to lead anybody astray. I don't want anybody to believe that you're going to follow me on social media for a year and suddenly you have what access to my school. No, that's never happening. Right?
May I say something real
Please,
quick?
Ife, please. Let's talk openly. Yeah.
Yes, let's just look in the chat.
Oh, chats. Okay.
Yeah, just in the chat on the side.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have
You want to be
I,
welcome
I
on
need
board.
it. I need it. Yes, I'm willing to do at least $20 or $25. We'll figure it out. But I'm at the point where I have to get it right, because I'm walking into situations, I'm walking clients into situations, and I'm at the point where, yes, it is education. I am an educator. My workplace is toxic, but I'm Nigerian. I summoned the strength from my ancestors that I didn't even know I had these past few weeks. And now it's the point where I'm at that fork in the road. Corporate is fine for me, and I can, be like a substitute teacher or like help with a pre-engineering curriculum or be a math tutor. That's fine. But it's the entrepreneurship that sets me on fire. Like, I'm able to look at art and figure out a business plan. How can we market this? Music, I think of art covers in my sleep. I think of this in my sleep. I've done a lot on the creative side, but I have technical background. Yes, I went to the University of South Carolina and I have an electrical engineering degree. But let me put those technical experiences with my human skills, my soft skills, my ability to sit with people and listen to them and say, I know you need this, this, and this. I know because I know your story. So when you pop up on Clubhouse, I try as best as possible to pop into the room, because even what you're offering for free is what you could sell as a course, and people would still pay. I understand the value. This is value right here.
Wow.
This is value right here. So this is just me humbly saying, yes, I need to be included. Like, let's not think about it and talk about it. Let's implement those steps to get to the point of success.
Yeah.
Because success or nothing right now. It's
bro, success or nothing.
Yes, I tell clients this all the time. I only know 2 speeds: go and stop. If you stop me too many times, I've lost interest. I'm on to the next one. That's all.
Success or nothing. And really, that's where it's supposed to land. I released the resource last week where I talked about commitments. If people haven't read my newsletter, I talked about number 1, committing to your future. And I said commitment is stronger than a decision. Commitment is stronger than a resolution because people go back on their resolution. Commitment is almost an oath you make with your own soul, with God as your witness, and there's no going back. And one of the most dangerous things is when people are committed to survival. Let that sink in. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Is when people are committed to holding on tight to yesterday. When God has said that is over, I have more things. I need you to commit to higher, to bigger, right? And so I can sense many people are in that transition point where they are holding on to what used to be. Trust me, I could easily be still at the headquarters of Walmart, sitting at that nice desk, earning my 6-figure pay, these bonuses, and having a great, fantastic time. But the life I'm living now is greater. My name, my work is global. The impact I'm having is greater. Fulfillment, destiny calls. And when it's time to invest in that future, what would you say to it? Because it's not free. The future is not free. Listen, guys, don't let people turn you into beggars. You know, I work in the world of economic development. I've studied this from World Bank to PhDs, economists. At the end of the day, when somebody makes you a promise and says it is free, your future is not free. What is free is the future they can give you. And if you are ready to settle for what other people can do for you, does it look like what God is telling you to do? You take and you become their subjects. So be careful what you are touching. If you see people at a restaurant and you peep through the window and they are getting the best service in life, ought you not be thinking that you deserve a seat in that restaurant? Don't go into the garbage and be picking up what people have thrown out. It's a mindset that is being corrupted. I'm speaking to somebody. Don't let people turn you into a beggar, because what I have seen is the middle class in America is going to be shrinking. Some people will level up, some people will level down. Why? You are coexisting on the world of internet with people selling you mindset of poverty. I've studied economic development. There's a way of thinking, entitlement, limitation. Oh, somebody would carry me here. Somebody will give me free. That is what has been creating poverty from generation to generation. And now you see online, the same story is being sold to children, that you don't have to work hard. You can do little and get more. Click here, click there. Scroll here, scroll here. Are you kidding me? Is that how the middle class has been created? Trust me, be careful. In 2 years' time, anybody that programs themselves to be behaving and thinking in an entitled way will find themselves where people who don't work, people who depend on government, you find yourself there. Because forever, we know, we who are doing this work, economic development, we know the only way you stay in the middle and you go up is you sit up tight. Middle class sleeps. It slips away from people's hands. If you don't hold on and you work hard, if you don't push yourself, you just sit back and you wait for people to be doing things for you. That is a dangerous place to be. And people now are selling you that mindset. Right? You don't need to invest in yourself. We'll do everything for you. Just click here, just download this. And now minds are being programmed. That is another entire topic entirely. When I talk about spiritual psychology, emotional intelligence, listen, your future is worth the price. The future you actually invest in is the one you can hold on to. What got you here, okay, is your own investment. What will get you there is another level of investment. The bigger the dreams you have, please pack well, right? Remember the 10
Yeah.
virgins, the 10 virgins in the Bible. Everybody can be told this is the promised land. Some people
I'm
packed
about to send you a
halfway.
LinkedIn message with my number.
Okay, I'll
Matter of
reach
fact,
out if
after
I.
this one. Thank you.
Oh no,
Go
trust
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you can feel me. I pray people can feel how serious this is. God will put before you greatness. Let's see what you are ready to do, right? Because there are many things God will not do for us. I hope people realize God will not go to school for you. Do you know that? These are the things we need to be telling our kids right now. That if He puts big dreams before you, is to challenge you to chase those dreams, is to become that person. And so He will give you the backings, everything you need. But trust me, He's not going to cook dinner for you. He's not going to cook your own soup. No, He's not. I wish. That's why I said everybody wants to sit back and even put God to work.
I sent you a request, but I don't know if you accepted it. It's Ife Akpanuma on LinkedIn.
Okay.
If you accept my request, I can send you a message because it's saying something about LinkedIn Premium.
Okay,
So yes, I have to.
I'll don't worry. When this session is over, I'll definitely work on that. Okay. Let me
Okay, thank you.
no problem. We'll work on that. Okay. So I'm just bringing on spiritual cycle. Listen, I'm still going to land. I still want to share some key things today. So nobody leave. Okay. Nobody leave. It's just this idea of hard work, tenacity, focus, intentionality. That's the only way we make all of these things work. And anybody that thinks otherwise, part of the filtering process, life filters as well. I work in at the highest levels. Listen, there are conditions and filtrations happening every day. If you apply for a job, HR will filter who they want to talk to based on criteria. And part of business, I'm also giving you permission. Okay, you want to go to Harvard, application process. You want to work with a bank, application process. Anytime there is assets, value to be exchanged, there is a process. There has to be a process, right? If you go on Amazon.com, you pick things from their shopping cart, you put things in your shopping cart. Listen, nobody responds to you in Amazon until you swipe your card. You go on Facebook, you want to advertise. Facebook will not respond to you until you swipe your card. I'm giving you permission to design your filtering process. Don't be begging people to work with you when you hold the key to their success. Your job is to educate them, enlighten them, help them to see the value, and then challenge them. If they want it, they should invest in it. So let me bring this full circle. So identify them. Beyond just identifying them, and listen, I spent hours and hours. When I taught this class, it took a month, 1 week, right, 1 week for each of this topic. And then there's a resource, there are workbooks in my school. But I'm just giving very high level. You want to identify those people, but part of identifying is also filtering who you can help, who you cannot help, based on their own way of thinking, believing. You can't change people. My job is not to okay, I always say this. My job is not to think for you, but my job is to give you something to think about. Make sense? I don't think for you. I don't have your mind. You have your story, your personality, your identity, your context, your legacy, your background. It's distinct. I have mine with pride. I listen. My identity is like, listen, I'm secured in, right? So it's not for me to tell people who to be or what to do with their time. You listen, this is the freedom of humanity. You're free to say, go, right? We share collective freedom as humans. But part of this process is saying, consider this. Have you thought about this? Right? It's a presentation, it's an offer. And then you go into exploration of that offer. And then you arrive at your own conclusions and decisions. That's why I said passion sells. I will passionately sell, present, offer, chat, right? Write something to think about. Have you thought about this? Are you an entrepreneur struggling, trying to figure out how to attract customers? Are you an entrepreneur trying to learn how to brand, how to grow your wealth, influence personal power? Then consider this. This is a solution. This is an offer that will help you do it in this way. That is, can you hear the sound? It's a different sound. It doesn't sound like twisting anybody's hands, right? None of that. But I trust intelligent, brilliant minds will understand what I'm saying and will explore. And then you can arrive at your own conclusions and make your own decisions. So when I talk about all the awesome side of selling is understanding the value you can deliver for people and then educating them in terms of what that value would do for them. And then I also explain there's technical IQ value, there's also emotional value, who you become when you, right, become my student, what you have access to, the stress that goes away, the support that you acquire. We will smile, we will laugh, you will become more empowered, equipped. You gain the tools for building the future and life you want. I can say that, I can sell that. And I teach my people, right? Figure out how you're going to confidently, in a very gentle way, tell your story. Let people see it. There's no dwelling, fighting, oh, buy this, buy now. No. Listen, we have success stories, life changed, life transformed, and I can present that as well. So this thing is not do or die. It's not do or die. It's not. It's not. But trust me, I'm trying to rescue somebody that is like beating. No. Don't beat yourself. Don't beat people. Calm down. Let's. You see, if you see a fisherman that is very skilled, you will see that they come with their headphone. They are patient. They are calm. They are not fighting the fish. They know when to reel it in, but they will first calm down, cool off, read a book, do anything they need to do because they know it's just a matter of time. So insights also goes deeply into if you're going to build a meaningful relationship with your base, you need to build a relationship with people you know. So how much do you know about them? Well, really, when we talk about intimately connected, this is where the money is. Many people will not do this work. So when I give the market research workbook, 30 plus strategic questions you need to have your hands on. Because at any point in time, when it's time to sell, your customers may ask you questions. Tell me this, tell me that. Remember the doctor earlier that I shared. If you're a patient and you go to a doctor and your doctor cannot answer your question, what type of doctor is that? You will run away. You say this doctor is not well educated. Don't be that entrepreneur. So there is a certain level of education, understanding, knowledge you must embody. Because that confidence in educating other people is what people buy into. This is what your prospects will buy into. Your own confidence level, the knowledge you have, the knowledge you can also use to make their life better. This is where investment is. This is what we are buying. We are buying confidence. You don't follow a leader that doesn't know where they are going. Okay, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but you need to understand deeply what's going on in their life, what their struggles are, how you intend to help them, on and on. And then you move into problem solutions. Many people don't even know the problem they're solving. What I mean by that is that you can have technical information about your product and services, good for you. But trust me, sales is your ability to convert that technical feature. You have to reverse engineer it in a way that you speak to people's needs, desires, wants, aspirations. And there was a class there's a whole resource where I talk about what people actually buy, right? How to map your products and services to emotions and what people buy. People are not buying products and services, they are buying solutions. Your ability to articulate the solution is a key to success. To tell the story. There's another workbook I talk about, Tales of Two Cities. To tell the story of where your clients are today, where you believe they are trying to get to, and the valley and deep, the challenges between where they are and where they're going to. And the valley to say, listen, if you try and cross over, like I shared, knowledge, no. ledge. No, no ledge. Knowledge is a bridge. It takes you from the realm of what you know into the realm of where you don't know, unknown. It is a bridge. If you don't have knowledge, what you have is a valley. You will go down and meet alligator, and if you survive, you come back up. This is what we call abyss, right? This is the struggle of confusion, right? Stress lives in the valley, danger lives in the valley, but knowledge bridges that valley. Why you invest, this is what you invest in, the knowledge to bridge what you know into what you don't know. Because once consciousness is expanded, once you go into the realm of knowledge, once you acquire wisdom, listen, you become unstoppable. Nobody can stop you if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, this is where struggle lives in. This is the real stuff, right? If people will be honest, the moment you know, you become a master. I always say skill, you build skill over time. But there are levels of skill. There's intermediate, beginner, intermediate, professional, master. In business, it's the same. Sales is a skill. You start from, oh, what's the sales, right? But I always challenge my students. This is why I give a lot of workbooks, is that I want to move you up from novice, beginner. We need to accelerate. This is where the quantum layer lives in, is how quickly can we build ourselves from, I don't know what sales is, I don't know how to sell, to listen, I'm confidently selling, confidently having the conversation, confidently building transactions. How do we go from 0 to 100% quickly? That's where the school is. Because if you don't do it quickly, you do it slowly. It can take a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I don't know. Okay. And they can be confusing. One person will say this is the way, another will say this is the way. How many roadmaps do you need to go from point A to point B? So also going deeper into understanding the problem and solution, you map it. There's a class where you actually see me drawing on the board. This is where you map. For every problem you want to solve, you need to map it so that when you are articulating and selling, you already know for this problem, this is the solution. So for example, let me give you an example. I want this to be for people to understand. Why do I have the 10-week accelerator and not just one course? Why do I have a school and not just say download this, download that? The reason is because, okay, for an entrepreneur to succeed, okay, you need to master at least 10 subjects. Master 10 subjects. As long as you're a novice beginner on any of these things, you will struggle. One coach will tell you, I can help you with your marketing. Another one will tell you sales. Another will tell you branding. Another will tell you, I can help you price your product. Another will tell you your website. Another will tell you this. I tell you, if you're an entrepreneur, you are going to need to master it all. You're going to need to master it all. That's why I brought it under an umbrella of a school. The 10-week accelerator took a year of me teaching every week to build it out. And now you can accelerate. You can, instead of spending a year, you can do it in 10 weeks. But I challenge you to invest 3 to 4 hours completing those programs every single week. That's why you finish those programs faster. But it took a year. It took a year to teach 10 subjects. And then you find people on social media telling you, I can help you do this on Reels. This, fine. Trust me, let me give you a perspective that I shared in one of the sessions I did earlier this week, because you understand where I'm coming from. When it comes to money, okay, you think of money as a stream. I try to use analogies, okay, and I see knowledge is a bridge. If you don't have it, you have the valley. Yeah, you cross, you go into the valley. Knowledge makes you unstoppable. Oh, absolutely. In any particular area you want to win, we start out with knowledge, we develop skills, and then we gain mastery. And once you are a master, is you and you face your work, you deliver, you get results. So let me give you an example of when it comes to money. Just think about, people can take a cup of water, a cup to the stream and fetch water. They can take a bucket and fetch water. You can negotiate with a salary. You can, and every you can go and collect your cup, right? But imagine when I talk about building a business structure, okay, as somebody who worked for Fortune 1, biggest company in the world, I serve on a publicly traded company. I work with government when we talk about economic development. So what I'm sharing is from that perspective, not from a startup perspective. It's from, right, Fortune 1 perspective, is that Those who want to build businesses that are sustainable, what they do is they build a pipeline from the stream. So when they open their tap in their house, money is flowing. That's what you invest in. I'm painting this picture. You can always go into the marketplace every single day to sell. You can go and fetch a cup. You can carry a bucket, go and fetch every day. Single, like what people are doing, like one by one, one by one, one by one. That's fine. What people don't invest in is the structure, the infrastructure that will create sustainability such that future generations benefit from what you are doing today. You don't know who laid the pipeline, why there's water in your tap. Why? Okay, this is real. Just using this story so that people understand when I say legacy business, build it right, structure it right. I'm not saying carry a cup and just go and be selling one by one. That's okay if you just want to replace an income. But trust me, the day you want to earn more, you want to make more money and you want to build a legacy business, you realize that that is not sustainable. What most people are doing today is not sustainable. You have to build a structure that is sustainable, that connects the markets, right? This is when I talk about investing in brand, on and on. This is why my school exists, for those who want to build world-class businesses, okay? So think about it, right? Number 4 is market and sell. These customers, that's the heart of your business. You need to identify them, go deeper into understanding them, right? What are their problems? Build solutions for the problems. And then this is when you go into the marketplace. See, I separate all of those things. People want to model it up. No, you get confused. Now, there's different school of thought where people will say, can you sell before you build? That's a strategy, particularly if you're in the services space. There are a lot of other strategies where you can raise funds, then build it. But even the art of raising funds, you have to get certain people excited about the future. You have to sell them the future they cannot see. So sales is still part of that. So whether you build it or not, you're still going to paint a picture and tell a story of where you want to take people to and when you can deliver them there. Okay? So it's still about the future and what the price of the future is and the obstacles on that journey, and then appealing to them to help you remove the obstacles, and then saying, listen, we're going to the promised land together. When we get there, listen, we'll be happy with one another. And this is what you get. That's still sales. So whether you're selling tangible or intangible, whether you're selling today or tomorrow, it still works. In fact, there's some things I do in my school that has to do with working on your past. Okay? Because at every point in time, okay, you have your past, your present, and your future in this moment. Pregnant. This moment is pregnant because when it comes to manifestation, your mind will use your history to project into destiny. But what we are supposed to do is to intercept that, particularly if you don't want your future to look like the patterns of the past. If you want your future to be distinctly greater, then you have to do great things today. Okay? So marketing and selling, listen, this is hands-on work, right? So you have the problem, you've solved it, you have a solution, you've packaged it. When you now move here, one of the things I tell entrepreneurs is the version of you that also moves through each of these phases. You have to grow through these phases as well. That's why I said, if you don't grow, your business doesn't grow. This is why I included personal development, self-actualization as part of a core component in the Entrepreneurs Academy, because the version of you that will do 1, the version of you that will do 2, the version of you that will do 3, the version of you that will do 4, the version of you that will do 5 is different versions of you, different skills, different mindset, different art posturing. So one of the struggle in marketing and selling is the technical person who use their technical skills to build the solutions to the problem. When they move over and they want to market and sell, that person struggles, right, to becoming a sales professional. A sales professional, the duties of a sales professional is different from the duties of an engineer that builds a product. The sales professional, their duty is to connect with humans, connect heart to heart, conversations with humans, trust with humans, believability, right? Leadership, right? Storytelling, education, insight, trust, building. It has nothing to do with engineering. It has to do with human beings. How can you handle people? How do you handle people? How do you connect with people? How do you speak to people? How do people trust you? How do you build relationship? That's the number one duty of a sales professional, not how do you build a technical object. This is the biggest transition entrepreneurs do not know how to navigate. That's why I say you will grow. You think you're building a business, trust me, the business is building you. You become you need this dexterity to flex, right? To be a research, you can do research, you can gain insights, you can solve problems, but trust me, sales marketing is human to human. So one of the things I tell people is if you don't work on your people skills, if you embody negative energy, you don't forgive, you're angry, you cannot sell because nobody wants to deal with your own stuff. A customer client does not want to see you complaining, whining, they run away. Imagine entering a store and an office and everybody wah, wah, wah. Be like, these people are not serious, they're not open for business. That's really that's why I talk about emotional capacity. The whole 7 classes on emotional intelligence is for this work. Because I know you can build the best things in the world, but if you cannot bring joy to people, you can't bring high vibration, you can't make people smile, people can't stay in your presence, you can't hold attention, how are you going to sell? This is the problem. Listen, you can be technical all you want, savvy all you want, the smartest person in the world. That's why I say IQ versus EQ. What I'm using to serve you today is not IQ alone. I am connecting, we are building we are having conversations, we are connecting human to human. That's the only reason people stay around us. But if I come to you with 100% IQ, I'm towing, I'm this, I'm that. You be like, good for you, towing. What can you do for me? If you can't add value to my life, good for you. If I'm not adding to you, if I'm not contributing to you, if I'm not making your life better, you would not be here. I get it. I want you to understand it's the same way. You now have to turn around and do it for other people. But most people don't want to do it. You see, this is the hard work of sales and marketing. Nobody wants to serve. Everybody wants money. But trust me, people pay you for service, for bringing joy to their life. You remove pain, you bring joy. If that is all you're walking away with today, I've done you a blessing. Because you know why? Jesus said, whoever amongst you want to be the greatest, let him serve. Service is still the core of business. You can build anything you want, but if that stuff is not contributing positively to people's life and they are not seeing it, nobody's giving you a dime. Because we pay. We use our money to acquire pleasure and to get rid of things we don't, right? For people to fix things we need fixed. Right? So people spend money after their heart is already invested. Yeah, the business, I see your comments. Yes, the business is building you. Yes, absolutely. If you don't grow, your business won't grow. Yes, because when I talk about the phases of business growth, at the beginning, you have an idea. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. Oh, imagining the future. Fantastic. You see, that imagination must land. Write the vision. Make it plain that he who reads it will run. You take pen and paper. You manifest. The first manifestation is to draw on paper, to start writing, start sketching, because this is the first part of converting your thoughts, which are metaphysical, into some form of physical realm. Right? Now you have to go and do research. How plausible is this your idea? It came in your mind, but is that also in the mind of other people? Because trust me, if it's not in the mind of other people, who will buy? Who will invest? Because that's why I said part of sales is mind to mind, heart to heart. Mind to mind. I want you to think, right, about this concept. I'll give you something to think about, to explore. And as I'm sharing thoughts with you, trust me, it's dropping into your heart and it's creating a certain type of emotion. And the emotion I want to draw is one where you feel empowered and free. You gain freedom and liberty to pursue your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Because what is going on today is that people are not free, they are afraid, they are troubled, they are confused, and they are doubting, and they feel limited. My job, this is part of my job, to attack that, right? And shape, you know, you see my hands going this way. That is what we have to twist, because what is standing between people and the dreams they want is fears and doubts and limitation. And you can get rid of that with knowledge. Ignorance gives doubt, limitation, right? And fears. Knowledge will feel you will be empowered, equipped, unstoppable. Guaranteed. You go through my school, you come on the other side. Power. You will know your own personal power. You will have agency, because you need that to even sell. Have you seen anybody trying to sell you and they are not confident in their own product? Oh, what should I say? What should I say? And nobody buys. So you actually need personal power to influence anybody to buy anything from you. You see why I'm connecting the dots? Why the way I teach, I don't just teach, go and do this. I teach 10 foundational subjects for business, technical skills. Mindset is included week 1. Because when it comes to mindset, we just say, listen, forget the old mindset, bring in a new way. This is how successful people think. 12 strategies for winning in life and business. This is how successful people remove barriers to their success. They think like a champion. They gain clarity. They build relationship. They network. They plan their life. They have daily disciplines, right? On and on. 10, right? 12 strategies. You've got to adopt these strategies if you want to win. Champion minds. Have you seen soccer players show up with a losing mindset? They've lost. When you lose in your mind, you lose in reality. I say, get your mind right. You've won. Win in your mind and show up into the marketplace to win. All of this mindset will do that work. And then we build on it. Spiritual psychology, emotional intelligence. And even one of the things I released last week, was it last week, that I'm so proud of? Beyond just even training, right? Professionals. I designed a program for parents, because I now realize, wait a minute, the real struggle today started when people were young, when you weren't given agency, audacity to pursue. Please, as we're doing this work and we're building ourselves, the next generation, we must prepare them differently. So I created a new class. It's actually free. You can access it in my school, to say, can we take a moment and give an hour, 2 hours, and how we are now raising our own kids? Can we shift it a little bit so that they won't fall into the things anyway? Just go check that out. This is how deep and robust. Every time I see, the same patterns of things going on, I talk to this person, I'm like, listen, this all started early on in life, and we're trying to fix it now. Can we deal with all those stuff? But that's another topic entirely. So let me start wrapping up, and then supporting them. So what I want you to think about when you say your customer relation, think about it, put them in the center, put them as the heart of the business. You are not the heart, you are the brain. The entrepreneur is the visionary, is the architect, is the solution provider, problem solver. You need your mind to solve. But you see all the emotional stuff going on, why people cannot sell. That's what I created the EQ classes. Deal with that stuff. Don't use it to muddle up the water. This is why you need a coach. Deal with your own stuff. The stuff of people you now need to bring center stage is now your customers, your clients. Put them at the heart, because blood flow, when you say blood flow, boom, 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 think about cash flow, boom, 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 right? I use the analogy so you remember. The heart beats, boom, boom, pumps blood. The life of a business is cash flow. Cash flows from the customers and clients into your business. So put them as the heart. They have to, your relationship with them have to be healthy, right? I hope you remember that. Your relationship with them has to be healthy. So the movement, the beating, right? Their heartbeat. Now, you now have to solve their own emotional needs. After you've solved yours privately with your own coach, with me, right? My programs, you now use those skills to now solve for other people. That's what the doctor does. The doctor will now listen to you. So now you need to learn how to listen. What's going on? How can we help you? With customer service? Yes. You are listening to all the emotional roller coaster of your clients and you are suiting it. But many people cannot handle other people's emotion when they cannot handle their own emotions. It's energy, emotion. Where our energy is going. Listen, there's hours and hours and hours of classes in my school just dedicated to EQ. The way I teach it is different. You can't find it anywhere else. You just like you can't find what I'm sharing today anywhere else because I design my own frameworks, my own methodology using design thinking, mind mapping. I have the skills because I used to design for Fortune 1, the biggest brand in the world, the most complex supply chain solutions, technology solutions. Listen, I served as a strategist, certified SAP consultant, the most complex solutions in the world. Listen, I just bring all those same skills, boom, to serve startups so that you can grow faster. Okay? So, listen, what I just covered there is just helping people gain clarity that the reason you're struggling is you're here, you're there, you don't know what to do first. This is a framework, and I go deeper. There's a workbook. The name of the workbook is How Well Do You Know Your Customers? It's like a game show. It's like a game show, you know. Do you want to be a millionaire? And my own question is, how well do you know your customers? Then I go take you through a journey. Do you know their pain? Do you know their blind spot? Do you know their this? Do you know their that? Do you know you want to sell to them? You better get to know them. How well do you know your customers? There's a whole workbook. That's the name of it's one of my favorite worksheets there, where it sounds. Listen, I'm a writer, I'm an author, like so I play with words a lot. So yeah, how well do you know your customers? It's coming out of okay, you want to sell? Good luck. Go sell. You better know them. You better be intimately aware with their pain, their struggles, their blind spots, even the things they don't know that they need to know. This is what they're going to pay you for. The knowledge they don't have that you have. The things they cannot see that you can see. That's the superior, like that's what people invest in. Because if they can do what you can do and know what you can know, why would they pay you? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. If I can do what you can do and I know what you know, I don't need you. I don't need you. But trust me, if you can do what they cannot do, right? And they don't know what you know, and what you know will change their life, and what you can do will help them go to the next level, quantum leap. Let's talk. That's where the conversation starts. I can help you. My work will take you to your next level. I will educate you in such a way you're unstoppable. You gain your personal power. You develop skills for success. Listen, there's no door you cannot enter. You see me go in and out, right? Working with the world's largest, all of those things. My students go out. Some of my students now work with World Bank. They're working with governments, designing things for government. Why? Because at the end of the day, the only thing stopping you from going to those heights of success is yourself. If people will be honest, please, guys, if people will just sit with themselves and speak life and truth, the only thing stopping anybody is mind, your own, the own, like, oh gosh, I don't want to go into another. Listen, I have an entire school, so I teach for a living, I coach for a living. So as I'm speaking one topic, I'm picking another topic. I'm picking another topic because I'm almost going to start another topic because yesterday I just released a powerful resource on manifestation. Transforming your future today. How to shape your belief system. I was going to say it, but listen, I already, the resource is waiting for you. It's already in my school, Academy, and it's open to the public. That section of it is open to the public. You can access it. There are some good things, nourish things that I put, make it available to the public. And then for those who want to go deeper and completely restructure the foundation of their business, invest in doing that work. Trust me, belief system. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. No matter, please guys, no matter what skills you have, no matter what you know, no matter how educated you are, no matter how much access you have, you see, that belief system you will come, everybody comes down and operates in life at the level of their belief system. That thing, I don't know how to, I'm trying to explain it to people. No matter how you feel you are successful, I'm telling you that that belief system, that programming, it brings, it's actually what is most important, no matter how many PhDs you have. Because belief system, let me share this with someone that hasn't taken the class, it will change your life. Just think about the stories you tell about what happened to you in the past, about what is happening to you right now, and about what you see for your tomorrow. You see those stories? They become a script that your mind will read and will act out. It's the actor. It will take it as instruction and it will keep on acting out those subconscious belief system. You think money is this. Whatever way you and money, whatever old relationship you and money have had, if you don't disrupt it, if it is good, then you enjoy it because you will eat the fruit of this thing. But if that relationship you had with money is, money is this, money is that, oh, money is this, this, and money gives you anxiety, this, your mind is listening to you and say you are troubled. It will create into the moment anxiety. Anytime you want to spend that money, you say, don't spend. You don't have. The mind will be fighting because you told your mind this is how you handle money. Successful people handle money in a way where they see it as replenishing. Right? There's no like they don't look at money as a dead end. Like I have, I don't. They see it as multiplying. So their mind is set and their belief system around money is I use money to make more money. I spend money to make more money. I invest money to make more money. Right? It's a belief system. They are wired that way. So when they see opportunities, boom, they drop money, they multiply. They are always focused on multiplying their money. It's a belief system because they believe in the future they will make it back. Even the stock market, some people believe we lose some, we win some. So they go big. It's a belief system. But trust me, some other people believe that, if I spend this money, the money is gone forever. Oh, they look at their account. I can't do this because I don't have that. I can't do this because I don't have that. So when it is time to invest in Toyin Umesivi Academy, the people will say, the mind will be fighting them. The heart will be fighting them. Meanwhile, successful people will look at it, see the opportunity, see the multiplying effect, who they will become in the future, and they say, boom, 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 this is worth it for me. Because I will make this money back. In fact, my student that did project for World Bank, she was like, she made that money back. Multiples. You don't understand. The education you got, yes, it was expensive, but you've made it back. Education sets up as higher levels. Successful people know this. But trust me, there are some mindset that they will not invest in the education, in the systems, in the processes that will yield greater results for their future. The laws of sowing and reaping. Right? That's why people are looking for free. The people who do not want to invest do not practice in the law of sowing and reaping. So now there's another mindset that is only searching. If it is not free, they will not download. The moment they see a price tag, they run away. What are you running away from? The same steel and cement you need to build your house. Are you really building a house? The stronger you want your legacy to be, is quality material you must be putting to lay the foundation. But trust me now, there's a mindset looking for poor quality, not high quality. The only reason I can tell you that I'm building a school is because I host world leader. I sit at the feet of world leaders. I let the most brilliant people in the world. I'm their students. Because the life you want to build, you've got to build yourself for it. You want to stand before kings? Read what the Bible said. A man diligent in his own skills. The skills, the level of skills you design, the investment you make in yourself is what will determine the heights you will attain. People don't understand that. So people are looking for poor quality. I'm saying you need a buffet. Why are you doing appetizer? You need a bulldozer for this foundation. You are going with shovel. For what? For where? Go again and look at the dream God showed you. Go again and look at the type of business he wants you to build. Go again and see the life he has designed for you, and tell me the things you are doing today will get you there. My summit, people invest thousands of dollars to fly halfway around the world to go and connect with world leaders. But no, you won't connect with world leaders if you don't see your future, that you belong in those rooms. Oh, listen, you will invest in that. Any future you don't invest in, you settle for whatever you're investing in. You don't sow. When rain comes, the farmer prays differently. See, people like myself, our prayers are different. The farmer pray because the farmer knows what it has buried. Yeah, we value rain differently than those who have not sowed. You see, people will say, oh, scrolling. Even a child, 3-year-old, can do what people are doing, scrolling and laughing. Give your phone to your 3-year-old. There's no effort in that. Scroll, laugh. The work we have to do to build is not that. That's not it. You will work, you will build you. You want to grow muscles, you are just lifting a spoon. Is that how you're going to grow muscles? No, you go to the gym. You exercise yourself, you build strength, you build capacity. So every time I'm saying in my school, by skills, capacity is so that you can prepare yourself for the future of greatness. That's why I challenge my students. But anybody that doesn't see greatness, doesn't see all these big things, don't worry. Scroll, do the barest minimum, and don't complain. So my voice is very challenging because I'm speaking to world leaders, future world leaders, CEOs of corporations, entrepreneurs, listen, that will build differently, visionary leaders. You see, they need a different type of coach. They need transparency, honesty, truth, right? And truth cuts differently. But trust me, when you leave this place, you know I'm speaking the truth. And you walk away clean, like you will walk away from this session a little bit more empowered, and a sense of possibility and some form of clarity will wash over you, because this is the power of truth and knowledge. But you go to other places, you leave them more confused. You don't even know what to do now. That's not my space. When I speak directly. I'll give you clarity. You walk away, because again, if I'm going to give 1 hour, 2 hours to this thing, trust me, you have high impact, you'll be transformed, and you'll gain results. With that, when that doesn't happen, then I just waste. I don't waste my time anyway, and I don't waste anybody's time. So that's it. I see guaranteed ROI. That's it. That programming belief system. Oh my God. Yes. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Good. Idea, write it down, research, implement, market, continuous improvement. Service is the core of any business. It is. Right? We're going to serve the emotional needs of people. Right? So you need emotional intelligence, right? You need to do it for yourself, and you need to be able to listen to other people, feel, understand them, and solve for them, right? And connect with them and engage with them and let them know that you care. Okay, let them know that you care. Okay, so she says she's my mentor. I need to be a student. How much? Okay, per month. I'll reach out and definitely head over to toyinumesiri.academy. And if you've gained something, listen, this is when you pass it on to somebody you care about. Share and then give me feedback as well. You know, part of my own journey is that when I coach and I engage with my students, there's a level of transparency, openness, honesty. There's a certain type of relationship that we have where everybody knows that I care. You see my point? That everything I've said or everything I share, no matter how tough it is, this is how I engage with myself. Listen, you look in the mirror, call yourself out, fix it quickly. Don't self-sabotage. Don't be romancing doubt and fears. Don't form a relationship with doubt. Form a relationship with belief. All things are possible to them that believe. Actually, we ought to be spending more time with good thoughts. Okay? That relationship with yourself is also very important. Okay? So there is a certain atmosphere that I create. How do I explain it? Because most people don't enjoy this. And even when I teach, even my kids, I just joke, okay, this is my own core. To my core, I value honesty, transparency, like it's premium to me because when you come out of culture that do not, the people don't say what they mean, they don't mean what they say, oh, that stuff is like, you realize that you can't build a business with that. You know why? Everything you're going to build in business processes requires boundaries. A process is a boundary, right? When you design a process in business, it's a boundary. If you want to scale your business, okay, automation. Let me just give you the philosophy behind automation. You automate predictable, repeatable, scalable processes. Repeatable, predictable, scalable processes. I have a degree, a whole master's degree in information systems. When I start bringing my technical competency, you will understand why I teach the way I do. I threw everything. I threw everything I've got. Design thinking, right? System. I threw it into the school, and then I use it to help people quantum leap. I bring what I deliver for the biggest company in the world is right here. You have access to superior intelligence in the world of business. So, automation. You can only design processes out of things that you can predict, you can anticipate. Okay. You can say, let me remove this screen and how do you bring it back? Okay, good. Okay, so hello. Okay, I'm wrapping up now. And I'm wrapping up with another juicy stuff. A process, you can design a process from things that are predictable. You can anticipate the trigger, and you can also predict the step-by-step actions of what happens. So when we even talk about customer journey maps, all of those things, right? Is that when you can anticipate that if this happens, then this. If that happens, then this, and then these are the outcomes. Input, process, output. The moment you can design and anticipate what comes in, what a customer does, and then you can influence what happens after that trigger is ignited, then you can say, okay, what results and outcomes do you want? Your job is to engineer that process in such a way that it gets you the result. And this takes a lot of work. Re-engineering. When I talk about business model engineering, input, process, output. Everybody knows what they want as output. You want money, you want people buying, you want this, you want that. But trust me, the only way you influence output and returns and right is to engineer the input and the process. Those are the things, the beginning stages is what you have control over. What people do, right, is for you to intercept human thinking, human behavior. This is where psychology comes in. What people do every single day, and you having superior knowledge of how people behave, what they do, what their desires are, what they're trying to do, even your ability to anticipate their future, even things they've not thought about, and present it and go, wow, interesting. I didn't, who knew I needed this? Ah, we did. Who knew an entrepreneur needed this stuff? Ah, I did. I've done my own assignment to say, listen, if you are looking for customers, you want to grow customers, you want to do this, listen, you need to get your hands around this. This is how you deal with it if you want to acquire more customers. So that's what you have control. But guess what? When it's time to automate, you need to design processes, but it has to be predictable. You can anticipate. You've studied it enough that you know what happens. That's why I always tell my entrepreneurs, start with one, perfect it, master it before you start automating. Right? You can anticipate, you can predict it, and it's repeatable. It happens every time. When you go on Amazon.com, www.amazon.com, that's the entry point. When people go in, where does their eyes move? They're searching for something. Okay, let's give them the search screen. This. So every time it repeats. Search, find, drop in your shopping cart, checkout. Search, find, drop in your shopping cart, right? Search, find, yeah, right? It's repeats. So you can automate things that repeat. Many people have forgotten that a website is pretty much automated pages, right? It's processes. It's a checkout process. That's why I say checkout process. How does it start? Search, find. right? Look at you, they'll show you the price. You count how many you want, just put it in your shopping cart. The process is not finished. You have to check out, swipe your card, closed. And then on the other side, it kicks off another process, pick, pack, ship, what we call pick, pack, ship in supply chain, warehousing process. Now they look at the order just dropped. Oh, somebody has to pick it from the warehouse, pack it, and ship it. And then that process finishes. Guess what you start? You now send you, right? Payment, confirmation, all of those things. All of those triggers. You see why I'm sharing this is because they are all boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And boundaries can only be designed through clarity. Confused people cannot build a business. Yes, this is where I'm landing. I'm landing. I'm saying people who don't have clarity of what is the starting processes of this, of that, you can't build a business because clarity. This is why I speak this directly, because I think in very clear terms. I have a master's degree, right, in information system, mathematics, BSc. I don't appreciate confusion. I don't appreciate when you cannot solve an equation. The equation of life. You see how I'm built. I cannot tolerate. Listen, we are operating at the quantum level, not addition, subtraction, but at the end of the day, we are built to solve equations. And when you cannot solve your own equation, it's confusion. You have to get rid of confusion. You need clarity. And part of it is speaking clearly to yourself. Where am I going? What outcomes do I want? What do I need for this journey? Go get what you need. As long as you don't get what you need, you are not equipped for that journey. I say gain clarity. Right? Gain clarity. Clarity is expensive. Confusion is cheap. Confusion delays the journey. Anytime you say, I don't know, I say, go and know. The day you don't know, your job is to search out knowledge. Knowledge is the ledge. Ledge. Knowing is a ledge. Right? It bridges you from the realm of things you are sure of, things you are certain of, things you are trained, you have consciousness of, you have skill on, to the realm where you are confused. What is beyond this realm? Knowledge is the bridge. And as long as people don't seek this knowledge, they go down the valley. Many people don't come out of that valley. This is why you look at the statistics. This is the whole point of my school is listen. Knowledge is power. Not all knowledge are equal, because not all food is good for you. Just because they put all kinds of food in front of you doesn't mean you should be ingesting it. The mind is the same. If you want your mind to function at the best way for you, your job is to feed it right. Be careful what you touch, what you expose your mind to, because that's the entry point of confusion, of lack. All the thoughts roaming inside you, you expose your mind to it. Then it seeps into your heart. So just like they taught us to be eating good food. Yeah? Somebody challenged you not to eat junk. You see? Because they know it will trouble your system. I'm challenging you not to expose your mind to junk things, because eventually they give birth to emotional dysregulation. I teach these things. That's why I'm appealing. The richness of life. You will experience rich life when you train your mind to only be attracting positivity, words of elevation, words of enlightenment, and you are avoiding ignorance. Ignorance has nothing good to give to people. Okay, it's living in the dark. It leads to a lot of emotional. When after teaching my students, I see this, like, my work is beyond, just build a business. No, it's build a life of peace, creativity, productivity. You are more precious than any money you can earn. What does it profit a man if he gains his old head and lose his own soul? No, no, no. Your soul level, your heart, your emotion is what is most precious. That's why I package that emotional intelligence. People are chasing this, chasing that, chasing that. But are you emotionally well? Okay, we are landing. You see, I told you I teach all kinds. Any point in time, I can draw in some classes and string it together and make it make sense. So that people know where I'm coming from. You see, this money you want to make, don't lose yourself for it. It's not what some things people are doing today. That's why the way I teach, listen, you will drink tea and coffee and you will learn. In fact, one of my students, she posted a picture about maybe a year or 2 years ago on social media, because I always tell my students, get off social media, find your nice, comfortable chair, print out the workbook and your nice tea and your blanket and do the work. Let's learn in comfort, not under duress. Right? So she took a picture of one of the workbooks. She set it up. Her computer. She was watching the guide, the instructional manual. She took a picture and said, "Listen, this is it. This is the best decision I made this year." That picture, you can find it in our school. She did that because I would tell them, you don't want distractions. There are different ways of learning. You can learn under duress where you are fighting. Instead of learning how to swim before you jump in the ocean, some people jump in the ocean and now they are struggling. That's why I say learn fast so we don't fail fast. I don't even like using the word failing because I know most of these things are avoidable. Rocket science. This is not rocket science. This is not, if we can teach people aerodynamics, nuclear physics, physics, if the world can take time out to document those type of interesting subjects, we can teach people how to be a pilot. The world never bothered, okay, to teach people how to be an entrepreneur. But I have chosen that and I've created the Entrepreneurs Academy because it's a major gap. It's not rocket science. Business is not rocket science. But if you don't know what you're doing, like any science and any subject, you struggle until you figure it out. So I say, let's not struggle under duress. Now you've jumped into the ocean. Now the ocean is like playing with you. Something that other people are doing, they're making it sound easy. I tell people, don't jump off the cliff. Nobody told you to strap on your parachute. Nobody taught you how to fly. You are jumping. It's risky. People get to the ground and smack their face. But guess what? The reason people don't care is they step over you. They just say to the next person, fail fast. I'm like, you don't tell a pilot to fail fast or a doctor, excuse me, to fail fast or a surgeon to fail fast. Why would people think that phrase is any helpful in this world? I don't get it. That's why I tell people, be very careful. Or just because a message is spreading like wildfire all over the world and brilliant people make it sound like it's intelligent. It's not intelligent. I know what it is they are trying to say, but they are saying it in the very wrong and dangerous way. If you're trying to do what nobody in the world has ever done, you are on the edge of innovation. Elon Musk, good for you, right? He's trying to do what nobody has ever done. That saying applies to Elon Musk. But if you're trying to do something millions of people have done before, why should you fail? Why should you fail? You are supposed to investigate previous knowledge. You're supposed to learn from people. Entrepreneurship is not new. For more than 100 years, people have been building businesses, branding, marketing, and selling, and building multi-billion dollars out of ideas. Entrepreneurship is not new. Don't let anybody make it sound like rocket science. So yes, if you're Elon Musk, there's nobody in the world that is doing what you are said trying to do, meaning you cannot learn from anybody else in the world. You are the groundbreaker. Please, we will be clapping for you and praying for you and anointing you so that you take the world to the moon. Only few people are there. Yes, you can encourage those people. Even government will give money to Elon Musk. When I say government, grants, they do projects. Everybody will support him because, listen, he's daring to take a risk. Nobody else dares to take. But trust me, startups, is that what we are trying to do? No. You can learn. from people who have done what you're trying to do. And when I say done what you're trying to do, I don't just mean the technical skill you are bringing. I'm saying the business structure, building a business structure. We call it functional areas, accounting, HR, procurement. All this is what I used to do with SAP. All the processes of standard businesses, they are known. Invoice processes, PO, purchase order processes, all the functions are known. They are known. Just like I just showed you, customer this. They are known by those who have done it. I've worked for the biggest. They are known. You have to actually map out processes and then program it and encode it. If you click here, this happen. If you click here, that happen. They are known. But they could be the realm of the unknown for majority of people. But I'm telling you, don't be buying into all the sayings. They may sound good, but if you buy into it and start believing it, you will manifest it. You know, say, oh, fail fast. And then you're seeing failure in your life. The day you fail fast, now you are failing. I don't play with any of those things. Oh, glass ceiling, yes, and now you are engaging. You can't rise higher because you are speaking those things over your life. This is where spiritual psychology injects into all of this work. Don't be romancing failure mindset, doubts, fears, and limitation. Don't build your identity and your life around those belief systems. They are dangerous. Hey, listen, guys, I'm appealing and begging somebody. I'm trying to say this in many, many, many different ways. This is where spiritual psychology comes in, is that the words of your mouth, your belief system, your own thinking, your own behavior is a copy and paste. Life will copy it, repeat. Your job is to disrupt patterns of failure. Imagine if you tell yourself you are going to fail fast, you will fail fast simply because you've adopted that build mindset. I don't play with that. I say learn fast. I will learn fast. In fact, I did my exercises today. My belief system exercise that I teach my students. I did it all. You think? I did my own exercise. You think I teach you what I do? I do what I teach. It works. I just wrote my own story. God is teaching me. God is helping me. God is guiding me. God is elevating me. God is blessing me. God is, I listed it out. This is what is happening in my life. That's what's happening in my life. God is guiding me. He is teaching me. He is coaching me. That's my own story. That's my script. And this is what I must manifest. You can go and write your own. Whatever thing you are writing is a script, instructions of your life. What I know is God is blessing me. God is encouraging me. God is equipping me. God is training me. God is elevating me. God is promoting me. I'm enjoying God's blessing. I speak that over me. That's my own reality. I don't know what your own reality is. Because if you dare tell yourself any other story, you manifest it. Let me wrap up. You see, we've gone around the moon and back. See my laughter? You see, I took you round and about. Hopefully, we've landed in a place of God is blessing you. God is equipping you. God is loving on you. God is teaching you. He's guiding you. He's helping you. He's nourishing you. Speak that. Because that's the only story that matters in my life. What God is doing in and through me. That's the only story that matters. So whether you buy or don't buy, God will bring the buy. Because, oh my God. You see, this is how I talk to myself. If God has said, build this school, listen, God loves the people that school is for because he's rescuing them from a bunch of nonsense. Quantum leap. That's how I talk to God. That, hey, whoever this school for, their life is blessed. The people I worked years for, God, see, Noah's Ark was not meant for one family. It was meant for his village and his friends. But trust me, mindset, it won't let people enter Noah's Ark. But that guy built. So I will do my own. You will do your part. He built. But trust me, there's a time, whatever reason God told Noah to build that ark, when the rain was going to come, he did all you could do. But guess what? Animals replaced them. Something that could save a city. People be like, mindset, 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 mindset. That's why I say, move your mind to the realms of heaven. If you keep your mind on this earthly realm, they don't have this, you can't do that, and you are tuning your antenna to nonsense. This is what I call nonsense. Instead of tuning it to the vibrations of heaven, of possibility, of potential, of elevation, the God in you. Okay. Okay. Yes, God is blessing me. He's keeping me. He's elevating me. He's doing me good. I'm taking you behind the scenes of all the things I do. This is how I move. I move with audacity in the world. Because of this, when God says go, nothing shall be impossible. Where is impossibility? No, it's in the realm of people who stay at the bottom. No. Those who are going higher. What is who are down mountain beyond? If I bring scriptures for you guys, what obstacles will stand in your way? If God be for me, who can be? Go and carry your Bible again and put it. You need it for entrepreneurship. Because as you engage obstacles, challenges, listen, your mind better be superior to all those things. That's why I said in the game plan, 12 strategies for winning. One of those strategies, you will remove barriers to your success. You will tear those things down. You will speak to them. They will become nothing. But if you see them, oh, giants, please know thyself. Okay. Preacher Tony. Guys, God bless you. Hey, Verna, good to see you all. Listen, join the school. We are on the quantum leap accelerator. Higher levels, higher dimension. Let's leave mundane things to people who want to stay in the regular zone. But if you want to go higher, you want to nurture greatness, I'll be happy to coach you. Join toyinmesiri.academy. Listen, that's where the work is. It's a lot of work, but for good reason. I see, listen, the people joining on this other platform, you've been quiet. But anyway, good to see you all. I'm going to end this now, okay?